Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Selma and this is my YouTube. I know, if this video ever makes the light of day, welcome back. I took a 2 months hiatus. Life was lifing and I simply didn't have the energy, but I am hoping to get back to it. I won't promise a consistent schedule, but I will try my best. And I will keep you guys updated, I promise. And I won't just disappear again. But today's video, we will be talking about my April TBR. Now, Ollie chose my April TBR. I will put their channel here. Go follow them. And so they picked 8 books. I gave them 15 options, and then they picked from 2. Okay, words. I gave them 15 options and I put 2 against 2, and they ended up picking 8 from the 15. Or 16. 8 from the 16. Wow, can't do math today. But anyways, I am filming this a bit early. It is May 22nd, but since I celebrate Eid, and that is at the beginning of the month, I thought I would have a video guys up for you guys before then. So my March wrap up will come later on, probably including my January and February wrap up as well with my March wrap up, if that's what you guys want, or I can just do my March wrap up on its own. But enough yapping and let's get into the books. So there's a mix of genres. There's 2 dark romances, 2 fantasy. Nope, 2 dark romance, 3 fantasy. I can't count. 1 reread, which is enough to be honest. A sports romance and a emotional romance. So first option is Brook and Rebel by Kate Crew. This says, run, run, rebel. Regan Fletcher. I used to have big dreams. Finish college, make beautiful art, all while taking over my dad's business. He wanted a legacy and I wanted to give it to him. But his illness wasn't part of the plan. Neither was his sudden need to keep me locked up in our mansion, safe and isolated. I want more from life, but could only spend my days waiting, until one night I came face to face with a street biker from a world far different from mine. What starts as him stalking me quickly spirals into something deeper and more deadly. I'm falling for a man who's everything I should fear, yet he's the only one who's ever made me feel truly alive. But loving him means risking everything: my heart, my future, and my father. Rook Emberson. Revenge has been my driving force for as long as I can remember. Cameron Fletcher stole everything from me, and I've spent years plotting the perfect way to take it all back. When fate puts his daughter in my sights, I know I found the key to his destruction. But from the moment I meet her, my plans begin to unravel. Reagan is everything I didn't expect, and I can't help but be drawn to her. What started as a twisted game of vengeance turns into an obsession. I need her, but I also need to destroy her father. The lines between love and vengeance blur, and I'm not sure where one ends and the other begins. Now, the reason why I have this book in my hands mainly is because so many of you guys, so many of my friends send me a scene from this book. And I don't know if it's considered a spoiler or not, but I'm not going to say it. And it has been intriguing me ever since. So I think this month is a month that I pick this book up. Well, this month, I mean as in April. And it is also book 1, so there will be more in the series. And then next we have a fantasy, and that is Spark of the Everflame. It says, when old secrets catch fire, everything must burn. All her life, healer Diane Bellator has yearned to escape her tiny village in Amarion, a realm ruled over by cruel demigods known as Descended. Although her parents have always tried to shield her from their brutality, Diane's world changes forever when her mother goes missing, leading her to uncover a dangerous secret that links her family to the dreaded Descended in ways she never imagined. The journey to unravel the web of mysteries Diane's mother left behind is long and treacherous, and it soon leads her into the dark domain of those who rule her world, the Descendeds, royal palace itself, when with the dying king's handsome, enigmatic heir watching her every move, and a ruthless rebel alliance urging her to join the looming civil war. Liam must reevaluate everything she thought she knew to save her loved ones and finally discover the truth about her world. This sounds very, very interesting. I can't lie to you. I love it. I can't wait to get to it if I do. Stay tuned if I get to any of these for my May in May. Okay, and then we have Magnolia Parks. This is a reread. Um, there is not a lot on the back. I will read it and I will show you so you can admire it. Um, but I'm not going to say anything other than what's on the back because this is truly a story that you need to go into blind. So it says, how many loves do you get in a lifetime? She is beautiful, self-involved, and mildly neurotic London socialite. He is Britain's most photographed bad boy who broke her heart. But Magnolia Parks and BJ Valentine are meant to be, aren't they? I'm going to say nothing else. I can't wait to be heartbroken again. Me and Ollie have planned to reread this book and Daisy Hates so that we can continue the rest of the series because we want to be destroyed, apparently. But we want the emotion to hit us as hard as possible because we're masochists. Um, anyways, so yeah, this I will be vlogging the whole experience so you guys can see me cry. And then next we have The Crimson Moth by Kristen Cicerelli. I got 14 pages into this and I was in a slump after reading This House of Time War and was just starting books and putting them down. And I ended up, for those wondering, I ended up starting Throne of Glass and it actually got me out of the slump and I kept going. But this book, I actually don't know what it's about, so let's read. Book 1, The Crimson Moth Duology. The only thing more treacherous than being a witch is falling in love. One night, on the night Rune's life changed forever, blood ran in the streets. Now, in the aftermath of a devastating revolution, witches have been diminished from powerful rulers to outcasts, ruthlessly hunted to their waning magic, due to their waning magic, and Rune must hide what she is, spending her days pretending to be nothing more than a vapid young socialite. Rune spends her night as the Crimson Moth, a witch vigilante who rescues her kind from being purged. When a rescue goes wrong, Rune decides to throw the witch hunters off her scent by courting the handsome Gideon Sharp. Except Gideon is a notorious and unforgiving witch hunter loyal to the revolution, and falling for him would be deadly. This cover is so beautiful, so pretty. I don't think there's anything on the actual book, right? It's just black. But I actually can't wait to read this. I've been told that I'm gonna like it by Ollie, and I trust Ollie, so we shall see what happens. If you guys want me to vlog any of these books, please let me know, and I will. I need more video ideas anyway, so you guys would be helping me a ton. And then next we have our sole sports romance, and that is Play Along. This follows Kennedy and Isaiah, so let's read. Kennedy, I'm the only woman on staff for the Windy City Warriors, and after years of putting up with a sexist lead doctor, I'm desperate to land my dream job with a new team next year. All I have to do is maintain my professional reputation for my final season in Chicago. But a Las Vegas run-in with the team's shortstop threatens it all, leaving me with a fuzzy memory and a ring on my left hand. Now, not only am I legally bound to the most persistent man I've ever met, but thanks to Isaiah's scheme to save my job, I have to pretend the whole thing was a planned elopement and not a drunken mistake. Isaiah Rhodes is reckless, impulsive, and frustratingly charming. He's also my brand new husband. They got the saying wrong. What happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas. Sometimes it follows you right back home. Isaiah, as the shortstop for Chicago's professional baseball team, I've had my fair share of fun. That all ended the day Kennedy K became a single woman. I've crushed on the team's athletic trainer for years. I've flirted to no avail, so imagine my surprise when I woke up in Sin City with a ring on my finger and my favorite redhead in my bed. We agreed to stay married for one baseball season, just long enough to keep her job safe. But in my mind, I'm using our time together to prove to her I'm husband material. Kennedy might be reluctant to join in our game, but it's one I refuse to lose. So come on, wife, play along. Yo, I'm so excited. and then Rewind It Back comes out in May. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. And then we're taking a full 180 switch. Insatiable. Yes, yes, I know. I don't know how I haven't read this yet, yo. I think this is gonna be right up my alley. I think I'm gonna be destroyed by this trilogy, but I simply just, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. But if you want me to vlog it, let me know and I will. We have If He Can't Have Her, No One Else Can. Cade Mitchell is obsessed with someone he despises. A snake in Angel's skin. Stacey Rhodes is everything he can't forget. The girl who shattered his heart and drove him deep into the darkness of the underworld. He watched her for years, killed anyone who came close to her, but now, granted a brief moment of freedom from the life he's trapped in, he's back home and driven to claim her again, breaking every rule he's ever made for himself. Not even his hatred can stop the pull between them. But he'll never forgive her, will he? Listen, Psychotic Obsession also came out, which is his dad's story apparently, and I know for a fact that I'm going to be so engrossed in this world that I'm going to want to read every book this author writes because, oh, I want to read it so bad. So stay tuned. And then we have The Tragedy of Felix and Jake. This is solely based on Larissa's recommendation. Whatever she says, I will buy, I will read. But this is MM, and I will read you guys the back. Finding a love like this is nothing short of a tragedy. They say the best way to get over someone is to get under someone else. They say the best way to stay sober is to love yourself. I'm great at making bad decisions. Addict, check. Poor impulse control, check. Obsessed with the guy I'm sponsoring, check, check, check. There's no one worse for me to want in my bed than Jake Tully. He's hot and grumpy and literally a terrible idea. Terrible worse. No one has ever made me feel the way he does. Valued. But here I am, thinking about him again. Falling for my sponsor is not my worst idea yet, but it's damn close. Felix Field is everything good. He's thoughtful and kind. I can't help but think about every bad thing we could do between those sheets. But we can't be together. I'm not willing to risk my recovery for anyone, even if he might be perfect for me. Now, will this book destroy me? Possibly, extremely possible, and I will be sobbing my eyes out. However, I can't wait. I simply cannot wait. I like this book is what? How many pages are you? The tragedy. Oh yeah. How many pages are you? 462. 463 pages. I could probably read this in like 7 hours if I really think about it. So stay tuned. And then last but finally, but definitely not least whatsoever, we have When the Moon Hatched. I have been 300 pages into this book for a month now. I'm loving it. I don't know why I put it down, and I literally can't remember what it says on the back. So I'm going to use my trusty handy computer and pull up the synopsis so I don't screw this up. Please hold. Okay, it says the creators did not expect their beloved dragons to sail skyward upon their end, to curl into balls just beyond gravity's grip, littering the sky with tombstones, with moons. They certainly did not expect them to fall. As a valiant elding blade of the rebellion group feared to Ath, Rave's job is to kill, to complete orders and never get caught. When a renowned bounty hunter is employed by the crown to capture a member of the Ath, Rave's world is turned upside down. Blood spills, heartbreak, and Rave finds herself at the mystery of the Guild of Nobles, a group of dual-beaded elementals who intended to turn her into a political statement. Only death will set her free. Crushed beneath a mourning weight, Con Vager took the head of a king and donned his melted crown. Now on a tireless quest to assuage the never-ebbing ache in his chest, his hunt for a moonshard lures him into the belly of Gore's notorious prison, where he stumbles upon something that rips apart his perception of reality. A shackled miracle with eyes full of rage and blood on her hands. The echo of the past sings louder than the creators themselves, and even Rave can't ignore the truth blaring at her from a warmer, happier time. However, there's more to this song than meets the eyes, and some truths they're too poisonous to swallow. I can't speak today, guys. I'm sorry. I fear I need to continue this book. Watch it, maybe be my read after kind of midnight. Possibly. I'll keep you guys updated. But those are all 8 books on my April TBR. I will also be reading The Conditions of Will, Enchantra, and Great Big Beautiful Life, which all come out in April. Watch me probably also read a few indie authors, books that I don't know have not been announced yet for April, because we love our indie authors on this channel. But yeah, if you guys have made it this far, leave a sun emoji. I think this is a sun, a little tiny sun. And thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for being patient with me. Hopefully I will be back on a consistent schedule. I'm getting a job. I'll have a job in April, so that means book buying at the end of April. But hopefully with that, I will be able to create a consistent schedule. I will keep you guys updated. I promise I won't disappear forever like I did before. But enough yapping. Do all the YouTube stuff that you know how to do. My Instagram, TikTok, Goodreads are down below. So is my wish list if you're so inclined to get me anything. You really don't have to. If you want to talk to me about any of these books or leave me video ideas, you can do so in the comments or DM me on Instagram. My DMs are always open. And with that being said, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.